Hello everyone, welcome to Lucy's Vision. I am Lucy. How does the character Jimmy Neutron resembles your character type? I'm here today to decode Jimmy Neutron. So let's see how the character Jimmy Neutron resembles your character type collective. So I will be using tarot cards, possibly my number cards, but most likely tarot cards and my own deck cards that I created. And I'm getting new cards soon, so stay tuned for that. I do have channel messages for this character type, Jimmy Neutron. So what I can remember about Jimmy Neutron when I was watching this as a kid growing up is that he was a genius. He was very, very smart. And when I watched the show, I find it very interesting. But, you know, fast forward to now, I was like, what was the show about, really? Like, yes, he was smart. He created things. He invented things. He had two best friends. He had a pet robot dog. You know, he had a good family, good friends, and stuff like that. So I don't recall exactly what the show was about. I don't know. I know that he would invent certain things, and random things will happen, and he would have to fix it, or something like that. He would have to use his brain power to fix it. And that's all I can recall. But I do have a channel message for this, or different messages I got with this character. Let's start with the show itself. So first of all, this show is different compared to all the cartoon shows I've done so far when it comes to the animation. It's done in CGI. So that stood out to me too. Jimmy Neutron stood out compared to all the other cartoons that I used to watch as a kid. And many of the decoding characters that I've done so far, I did mostly Disney, and I did some Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. Jimmy Neutron is part of the Nickelodeon group, and I feel like that's significant with these different cartoons that's part of different networks, because I believe Disney, Cartoon Network, and Nickelodeon plays a huge part when it comes to our reality. So I will decode the network as well. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, the animation stood out to me, is like how it's done, how the character look, how, you know, Jimmy Neutron world reality look. It looks very CGI. Remind me of a video game, and like Sims character. So I did write that down, like, I channeled that, like, okay, first of all, Jimmy Neutron stood out. He was very unique. He was very, he was a genius. He was smart. Because most of the cartoon characters, that were on, like, Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network, they were oftentimes depicted as, like, dumb or, not that bright. And if they were, it was just, like, they always had help. But with Jimmy Neutron, he had support, because he had his two best friends, he had his pet robot dog, and he had friends. He had a friend group. So he did have support on his adventures and when he had to fix a problem. But it was like he relied on his own brain power, his own geniuses. He was very, very intelligent, very smart. And I believe with this character, he was depicted and he looked like he was supposed to represent Albert Einstein, I believe. So I believe they made this character Jimmy Neutron out of the image. Let me rephrase that. They made Jimmy Neutron character type in the image of Albert Einstein. So that's what they tried to do. I believe so. So yeah, his world, Jimmy Neutron world, and Jimmy Neutron character, how it's done, it's very CGI. So it reminded me of a video game. So that stood out to me. So collective, how does Jimmy Neutron resemble your character type? You may be intelligent in certain areas when it comes to the sciences, when it comes to mathematical numbers, when it comes to invention. You may be good with your hands. You may be someone who builds and sculpts a sculpture. You may be someone who's extremely creative. That's what Jimmy Neutron represents. He's not only a genius, intelligent, and very good with the sciences. he is very creative because he invented things. So he's very creative. He's good with his hands. He's good with numbers. He's good with his brain power. You are someone who likes to use your brain power a lot. Like, you like to think a lot. You may be someone who's very logical, someone who like to dissect things, digest things, and to understand it. Someone who's very observant as well, because Jimmy Neutron, he did pay attention to details. And to be like this type of character, to be interested in the sciences, you have to pay attention to details. So you may be someone who like science, who just pay attention to details, just like this character. You may have a good support system with you, in your life. You may have a good support system, whether in friends, whether it's family. You have people that, you know, support you and love you and guide you, and even have people that help you not go over the edge if you are someone who is like very focused and like set in your ways, if that makes sense. Like when Jimmy Neutron, when he's in that zone, is like he just go. He just go, and it takes a certain person to like, hey, Jimmy Neutron, just calm down. Like, this is just focus on this. Like that, I think that's a little extreme, because his inventions was extremely extreme. Hold on, you guys, my lips is chapped. Yeah, I don't like that. I hate when that happens. His inventions was very extreme to the point where it got him into trouble a lot, and it wasn't perfect. And, you know, this character type is not perfect. You know, he create things and it doesn't come out perfect, but he eventually learned how to fix it. So you may be some type of person that likes to fix things a lot, fix problems, like to find solutions on things, and you just like to fix things. And if you do if you are a creative, it may not look perfect or how you want it to be done, but eventually you perfect it. You master it. That's what I'm getting. It's like you may start off as a beginner at something, and eventually you become a master. That's what I'm getting. Not only are you pay attention to details, you stand out, because I said this character, he's a CGI, and you know, around that time when they was creating these cartoons, it was often done in 2D, but with Jimmy Neutron, he was done in CGI. So I feel like you stand out. You may be someone who likes video games as well, because with his world, it's a virtual world. It reminds me of a video game. So you may be someone who may create video games, someone who likes to play video games, someone who is very good at it, and just like games in general. So I feel like that plays a part too, the whole game aspect of it. What else I was getting with him? So yeah, he was doing very extreme inventions to the point where he had to have someone to, like, you know, help him like come back to Earth, like ground. Like, I feel like with this character type, you always in your head, like you're very tapped in, like very tapped into like other worlds and the spiritual realm or something like that, because he had a support system, not only because they loved him and supported him in his endeavors, it's because they helped him. He needed that. He needed something to anchor him down back to Earth, back to where his world was. Like, he needed to ground, because he was all like everywhere. I feel like if you guys can see the background on this, this is a woman, the lotus flower, and this is like a meditation wall a wall cover of a meditation of like all your chakras are aligned. This is what reminds me of Jimmy Neutron's mind. It's like when he's on it. His mind is like, it's expansive. It's like everywhere. It's like the Big Bang Theory. And so when he gets like that creative drive, that creative juice, is like he just like, his mind works like this. This reminds me of like somebody's mind just like expanding. His mind expands, and he just starts to create and start to invent. And he's super high. Like he has high consciousness. I feel like he's very, very tapped in, this character. And I believe, collective, if you are watching this and this character type resonate with you, I believe that you're very tapped into the spiritual realm or different realms in general, because there's many different realms that exist, many different worlds that exist as well. Because I actually resonate with this character. Okay, so you may be tapped in just like this character, and it's like he used his brain, like, I think it was called clear cognitive. So you may be clear cognitive, like that's probably one of your gifts. Is you're very clear cognitive. You're always in your mind. He used his brain power. He's very logical, very detailed, very like he's up, like he's not. It's like he's floating, and he's not really here. He's not really in his world. It just seems that way. It's like he's everywhere, and he just starts to create. He just create. He's very energetic. For some reason, I'm getting this character as someone who's ADHD. For some reason, I keep picking that up and sensing that he's ADHD, a very hyperactive person, very hyperactive, extremely. Like this is how his mind. This is literally his mind. You see the wall art I have in the background. It's like it's it's like. And he does this thing when he like gets stuck and he stumble onto a problem. Cause I say he's a fixer. When he stumbles into a problem, it's like he does this thing like think. And then what the show would do is like they would show us the viewers inside his mind and how it interconnect and it starts to like work itself out, like work its function and like try to come up with an answer to fix this problem or come up with a solution to fix this problem, to gain clarity. That's basically what Jimmy Neutron do. He's like, think, and then he starts to get that clarity. It's like a light bulb moment. Ding! And he has those moments a lot. So that's maybe something like you may stumble upon a problem or an obstacle or circumstance in your life, but you quickly maneuver through it because you always find clarity or gain clarity somehow, rather through like how you tap, like you're so tapped in, you may find like an answer through like the spiritual realm or your guides or your ancestors or different worlds, like either inspiration, either any type of message that you may get. You always maneuver through any type of problem because you always gain the clarity. That's, I believe, this is what this character is like. It's like with Jimmy Neutron, when he stumbled upon a problem, he's like, think. He has to think, you know? What else that I was getting? And you know I said that he's a fixer. You may be a fixed sign. I don't remember all the fixed sign at this moment, but, you know, if I do, I will label it on here later. I'm gonna edit it, but I know Leo is one because I'm Leo, and I believe Scorpio is, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, you may be a fixed sign. You like to fix things. A problem solver. You are a problem solver. Someone who likes to solve problems. Like I really feel like you may be good at, like, your field of study will be the sciences. Like any type of science field, you will be great at it. That's what I'm getting. So he was a genius. He was a creator, inventor, very creative, adventurous, intelligent, and you know, that's what I got for the channel messages. Like for his character type, he was just very creative. So let's use my deck of cards. Very interesting, Jimmy Neutron. And he's very playful. He's very playful, and he's positive. Jimmy Neutron, I always saw him as a positive child. He's very positive. And if he had those moments when he wasn't, he still, like, you know, gets back to his positive energy. So he's very high vibrational. This child, he represents high vibration, higher consciousness, most definitely. Especially knowing how he looks and how his world is very virtual. I believe he comes from a high vibrational world, and he's a high vibrational being. So I believe, collective, if you are resonating with this character, you may be someone who's high vibrational as well. So I got the sacral chakra, which I did not spell sacral right, and magic. So again, like I was saying before, like you're very tapped in to other worlds and stuff like that. So you may be gifted too. Oh, and this character type too, what I was getting, he may be some type of magician. The magician card, let me see if I can, if it pops up, it pops up. But You may be a magician, a mage, a wizard. Because that's definitely Jimmy Neutron. Like, he can manifest anything he desires. He is a great, powerful manifester. When he have a vision, when he have, you know, something that he wants to create or event, he just go for it and he does it and he manifests it very quickly. So he's a very powerful manifester as well. Just like you, collective, if you resonate with this character, you may be a powerful manifester. Ooh, okay, so we're just going to leave that there. So we have the Ace of Swords, the full card, the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Wands in reverse, and the Hermit cards in reverse. Again, remember I said that it may be hard for you to ground yourself, like just like Jimmy Neutron, because he's all in. He's like very tapped into other worlds, like he's very tapped in, and he has a support system to help him ground him and anchor him. I believe you have that, whether it's in the spiritual realm that helps you, spiritual guides, ancestors. You have people that help you anchor yourself because of how much power you hold. You hold a lot of power, a lot of brain power. That's what I keep saying throughout this video. You hold a lot of brain power, just like Jimmy Neutron. And for that energy to hold that, you may be connected to a lot of worlds, like maybe all of them, to be honest. This is how much this energy is so freaking powerful. That's how much Jimmy Neutron was so tapped in, and that's why he was so active, hyperactive, like he was like on drugs and like ADHD, because he was extremely tapped in, extremely. So collective, you may be just like Jimmy Neutron, you don't even know it. But Ace of Wands, so yeah, he has to go in hermit mode. So, oftentimes you have to go in hermit mode and ground yourself, like recharge your energy because you're so tapped in. I'm getting like, yeah. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. But what I was getting, these cards is definitely confirming that. It's like you have to go on hermit mode to recharge your energy. And with the Ace of Wands in reverse, it's like when you go in that hermit mode to recharge in those moments, you gain even more clarity and epiphanies and ideas too. But you also know that you have to take the time to, like, you know, just calm yourself, anchor your energy to back to yourself, to your calm original state. Because if you continue to be so active, it can literally make you so super hyperactive. Like you're everywhere. You like what I'm imagining is like you're like a energy ball and you're just bouncing everywhere. You're bouncing everywhere, and you have to go in hermit mode and recharge because of how tapped in you are. Like I said, with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, is that you are a hard worker. You're a hard worker, and you pay attention to details, just like the woman here, and you're a builder. But it came in reverse. So oftentimes when you're in hermit mode, you take time for yourself. You take time to look within yourself. And the full card, yes, you're very curious. When you have something that you're interested in, you just go for it, manifest it for yourself, and just do it. You take action a lot. You just go for it like an energized bunny. You just go. And if something catches your eye, you just go. You just follow it. Again, you have to have a support system to anchor you. You just go. You like zoom. The Ace of Sword in reverse is like sometimes you have a lot of brain power, but you don't oftentimes use it. You don't use it effectively sometimes, or you use your brain power to invent, to create, for ideas, and to understand. But sometimes there's things that you need to let go. So it's hard to you to let go. With the Ace of Swords, it's hard to you to let go of old thinking, old process, or something that's not working for you. So you may be someone who it's hard for you to let go of something that you may cherish, something that you may love. So I'm going to leave it here, you guys. This is a very interesting decoding for Jimmy Neutron that I really love to do. I really love doing this character. Very interesting. I definitely resonate with this character. But yeah, this is how you resonate or resemble this character type, Jimmy Neutron Collective. Like this video if you liked it. Hit the bell if you haven't already to be notified for any videos I upload. Comment down below your thoughts. And subscribe to my channel. See you guys next time. Bye.